Displaced families in Madohi village continue land rights battle. Football fans and families demand daily stadium improvements as national team returns from ASEAN Championship winless. Western Australia Biofuel venture calls for government backing. Thousands flocked to Darwin Cup Carnival. Welcome back to RTTL World News. I'm Zeri Madeira. Almost 4 weeks after families were forcibly removed and their houses flattened, many remain living under tarpaulins in Madohi village, Delhi. The government demolished more than 200 households to make way for the international airport expansion, but 57 families continue to fight for their land rights. RTTL World News spoke to some of the families claiming they are yet to receive appropriate compensation for their land.
Since their home was demolished last month, Mr. Da Silva and his family have been forced to live separately. Between their temporary tarpaulin shelter in Madohi village and the homes of families and friends.
My daughter, her son, and her husband live with the neighbor's house. My son temporarily lives in Tiba. I and my wife live in Likisa.
57 claimants remain in Madohi village, refusing to leave until they receive the compensation they say they deserve for their homes, crops, and land. Almost 4 weeks after the village was demolished to make way for the $228 million Delhi airport expansion, they say they have received nothing.
After the government destroyed our home, we haven't heard from them whether they will pay the compensation or not.
The Indonesians made us suffer during their occupation. Now the government is making us suffer again.
The land dispute case has been in court for over a year with no settlement in sight. While the families wait in limbo, unable to move on with their lives until they receive compensation.
Our dispute is with the Land and Property Department over our rights to the land that has left us without compensation until now, even for our house and plants. Now we don't have money to build a new home.
The government reiterates it will pay for land rights once the land and property authorities or the court decides the land belongs to the communities.
If the land property or the court says that the land belongs to the community, the Ministry of Transport and Telecommunication through the National Aviation Authority will pay.
While residents stand their ground among the ruins of their former community, unsure of their futures, the airport expansion continues to progress around them. Vicky Madeira, Judas Magno, RTTL World News.
For over a decade, a lack of adequate facilities has forced the Timor-Leste Football Federation to pay other countries to use their stadiums, while local fields have deteriorated. We meet with the parents of a player who struggled to watch Timor-Leste matches on their phones because there was no national television broadcast.
On this small screen, Bernadette Fatima watches her son captain Timor-Leste's national football team in the 2026 AFF Hyundai Cup competition.
It's a shame that they played abroad, so we couldn't watch in person, only on our phones.
Zenivio Gustavo Mota has played for the national team since 2019, but his family has never seen him play on home soil.
When they played, he would always call us and ask us to pray to God to give him strength to play well.
This family had to struggle to watch the match live because no local TV station was broadcasting it.
Sometimes the signal is bad or there is no signal, so we will be upset, argue, and other times we are forced to change cell phones but sometimes the goal has already been scored.
In the 2026 Asian Championship, Timor-Leste had the opportunity to host 2 matches, but with Dili's national stadium not meeting FIFA requirements, the Football Federation was forced to rent a stadium in Thailand for the matches.
And that's certainly very smart play.
Under the lights of Chonburi Stadium, an hour and a half from Thailand's capital, the Timorese team fought alone without supporters.
We need a world-class stadium to play in, because I believe that this will not only delight the fans, but also the players' families. When the players' parents attend the games, it will provide enormous moral support and motivation for the players to compete and win.
Football is by far Timor-Leste's most popular sport.
As citizens, we all dream of having our own field so we can support our national team, help them prepare well, and also give them moral support when we host games like this.
The last time the national team played at home was in November 2015 in a 10-0 loss to Saudi Arabia.
I've felt and experienced this before. Playing at home, it's an incredible feeling. With the support of the fans, we compete to win because we don't want to lose.
Last November, a delegation from the Asian Football Confederation conducted a pre-inspection to assess the stadium's rehabilitation plans. And the planning is ongoing.
The bidding process for the renovation of the Dili Municipal Stadium is underway, which means that we are preparing the budget and the stadium project, and all documents are currently under FIFA approval. According to the schedule that we defined together with FIFA, the bidding notice will be published at the end of August.
FIFA has highlighted a lack of adequate floodlighting, safety or evacuation procedure, and proper seating arrangements as the reasons for the suspension of international games.
There are a lot of changes we have to make there. We have to install elevators, VIP rooms, add dressing rooms, media rooms, and many other things, and will increase the capacity of the stadium.
If that happens, we will have hope of seeing Timorese players playing in our own stadium.
A wait and a hope that national football will return home. Zegeres, RTTL World News.
Timor-Leste reportedly loses up to $300 million in revenue and roughly 300,000 tons of fish every year due to illegal fishing. Director of Security Watchdog Fundação Mahain, Nelson Bello, joined RTTL World News to discuss the shortcomings in current policies and what is needed to better protect the nation's waters and fishing communities.
Why are illegal fishing vessels able to operate in Timorese waters despite existing laws and patrols?
In order to secure our water, we only have legislations without any mechanisms in materially to put in action to defend and to prevent. Then there will be attractive for illegal fishing to come to fishing in our waters. It's more than 2 decades now. Most of our member of governments that are dealing with the defense and security, arrogantly they are not listening to the civil society, or they acting to us that they are smart, so they don't listen to the observations or the voices that come in from the people, from academics. Then when illegal fishing come into our territory, we cannot prevent it.
So what penalties do illegal fishing operators actually face? And in your opinion, are these penalties strong enough to deter repeat offenders?
We have no mechanism to capture, to prevent, and to defend. And how we talk about sanctions. Say, for example, if we have a mechanism, then we can arrest, and then we can use our national mechanisms to give a sanction. So the only things that Foundation Mahen can offer, we can through our bilateral cooperation, we can talk with Australia, discuss with Indonesia, coordinate with them, that they can control in their areas, prevent their nationals to come to our water to do illegal fishing.
In reality, our waters not secure. We can say it like this. So what more can the government and naval forces do to prevent illegal fishing in Timorese waters?
There need to have a special policy that focus on security and defense. It's more than 2 decades now, we do not have a national security policy. So we rely on who is a prime minister, who is a defense minister, who is a security or minister of interior. So if we have a specific policy, whoever prime minister, whoever minister of defense and minister of interior, they can come in and apply the policy that already exists. So the priority that we need to have a national security policy which can be in line with our national situations and also regional situations. So after we understand the risk and the threatening, then we organize it. How posture of defense and security that we need? What kind of the vessels that Navy can need? What kind of that equipment that we need? And then we can understand how much the budget that we can allocate for this sector. But by having no policy, we are working in uncertain situations, and it depends on the mood of who is governed.
So, Director, how is illegal fishing affecting local fishermen, coastal communities, and marine biodiversity?
Our marine diversity is, it's rich, and it's what we call it's virgin, never touched. But by having, several 10 years ago, we do have a contract with Chinese, 10 Chinese vessels that come in for a fishing, and they use a master net, and then they ruined our corals. By having the experience, can given a lesson learned that we need to control. That's one hand. In the other hand, the impact to the nationals. Up until now, there is no government policy to train our local fishers, to do a modern fishing. There's no investment in this area.
That's all. Thank you very much for talking with RTTL News, Director.
My pleasure.
In international news, as fuel prices start to rise once more, a West Australian biofuel enterprise is calling on state and federal governments to support the development of locally produced renewable diesel. The startup project aims to manufacture low-carbon fuel refined from plants, which could help reduce dependency on imported fossil fuels.
At a greenfield site near Narrogin, a plan to produce liquid gold grown by West Australian farmers.
Which is looking to turn roughly 70,000 tonnes of straw and straw residuals into about 20 million litres of low-carbon liquid fuel.
Using existing US technology to convert plant biomass into what the industry terms drop-in fuel, low-carbon R100 is compatible with existing diesel engines, requiring no modification.
This is not the biodiesel of the 1990s. This is a new generational fuel, what they call renewable diesel.
Across Australia, we use 90 million litres of diesel a day. WA alone consumes more than 8 billion litres a year. The project comes as the tax break on fuel ends and costs surge for imported fossil fuels, with government making plans for greater energy independence in a volatile world.
We need to be more resilient.
To create that sovereign capability.
We'd burn between 800,000 litres and 1 million litres a month.
New K-Trans trucks are already delivered with a tank of renewable diesel. They'd use more if they could buy it.
Electrification just isn't suitable to our business, so renewable fuel is what will be, or the path will be going down as soon as we get some availability.
It just needs government, to work with industry on how we can actually incentivise it, and to work with these companies that are trying to start up.
If we can get supply within Australia, locally manufactured, it'll play a big part in our fuel security going forward as well.
The project backers will begin seeking government approvals next month.
Dubbed the Melbourne Cup of the top end, thousands of festivities and punters packed out the Darwin Turf Club for some fun in the sun.
It's the Melbourne Cup of the top end. One of the biggest events on Darwin's social calendar, drawing massive crowds. Some here for the fillies, others for the fashion.
Nothing to do with the horses.
No, only women.
Literally just dressing up and seeing the girls.
And having a drink.
And the fashions didn't fail to deliver.
This year I've gone all out, got a local designer.
Every year, either men and women are putting more effort into the outfit. The fashion of this year is very bold. We've seen a lot of Darwin-inspired outfits, which is what we were hoping to see.
Betting going well for some and not so well for others.
A bit risky, I think, but it's just getting a part of it, isn't it? It's just being a part of it, just throwing a number. I just liked the name, so fingers crossed.
So far, so good. We have won one race. Yep. This beautiful girl has come all the way from the Netherlands.
Every horse I've backed today has been an absolute donkey.
The Darwin Cup is one of the biggest sporting events in the Territory, drawing crowds from right across Australia. And this booking agent says it's been a particularly good year.
A lot of money, crowds really good, but some big bets, really big bets. I've been coming here 21 years and the crowd hasn't gone down, it's probably got more.
The public enjoying a punt on picnic day.
In sport news, Timor-Leste's hopes of making history at the 2026 Asian Football Federation Hindu Cup have once again been dashed. 4 group stage matches ended in defeat, sending them home without scoring a goal and extending their winless streak at the tournament since their debut in 2004.
Well, first up, we will start off with
Timor-Leste kicked off their Asian Football Federation Championship campaign against defending champion Vietnam. Playing at Chonburi Stadium in Thailand as host, Jeperu Salazar's squad was powerless against Vietnam's onslaught, resulting in a 7-0 defeat for Timor-Leste. In their second match, Timor-Leste faced the host team, Singapore, again proving unable to contain the home team's aggression and losing 2-0. After 2 defeats, Timor-Leste played aggressively in their third match against Indonesia. The Rising Suns, as the Timorese team is known, overwhelmed the Indonesian Garuda squad in the first half. Despite being reduced to 10 men in the 20th minute after a red card, Timor-Leste's solid defense managed to hold Indonesia to a 0-0 scoreline at halftime. Indonesia proved too strong in the second half, scoring 3 goals and ending Timor-Leste's dreams of earning their first point in the AFF Cup.
Who will of course be led by Captain Gustavo.
In their final match of the group stage, Timor-Leste faced Cambodia. Led by Captain Zenivi Gustavo Mota, Timor-Leste remained powerless and conceded another 3-0 defeat. The result sent Timor-Leste home from the 2026 AFF Hyundai Cup with 0 points without a single goal scored, while conceding 15 goals.
Wanda with the assist. Suknet with the finish.
Timor-Leste has scored the fewest goals during the participation in the championship, scoring only 9 goals and conceding 83 goals across 5 appearances. Zagares, RTTL World News.
And now tomorrow's weather, starting with Dili. Partly sunny and pleasant with a top temperature of 31 and a low of 20 degrees. High thin clouds in Bokau, temperatures ranging between 28 and 17 degrees. Mostly cloudy in low temp, with a high of 28 and a low of 18 degrees. In Bobonaro, partly sunny with a couple of afternoon showers, a top temperature of 29 and a low of 13. And mostly sunny in Aileo, temperatures ranging between 27 and 12. Now looking abroad, partly sunny in Kupan, a high of 31 and a low of 20. In Bali, mostly sunny with a couple of afternoon showers, temperatures ranging between 34 and 20. Clouds increasing throughout the day in Jakarta, a top of 33 and a low of 24. In Seoul, turning cloudy with occasional rain and thunderstorms in the afternoon, a high of 33 and a low of 22 degrees. Scattered morning showers in Darwin, otherwise humid, temperatures ranging between 30 and 21 degrees. In Sydney, a couple of morning showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy, a high of 19 and a low of 11 degrees. Abundant sunshine in Lisbon, temperatures ranging between 30 and 19 degrees. In London, warm and mostly sunny, a top temperature of 28 and a low of 17. And a couple of morning showers in Belfast, otherwise partly cloudy, a top temperature of 19 and a low of 12 degrees. Thanks for joining us again on the program. RTTL World News will be back with more stories on Thursday. Bye for now.